drive it all the time? No?
No. I drive my other Camaro all the time.
What year is that?
That's a 2003. Yeah, here's yeah, the picture of all four of them. Yeah, they're fun.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, our youngest daughter, she grew up with the cars, so of course, how she ever became a Mustang person, that is beyond me. Or, you know, I mean, we've always had Chevys.
They have the high-speed rail service.
Oh yeah, there's a train actually goes around to Sorrento, Florence, Venice, and Milan that goes up to 195 miles an hour. Yeah, it's fast. But the plane is faster, it's like 45 minutes. But when you go to the airport, you need to check in, wait. Just go straight. Don't worry about the baggage.
The Speedo train.
I prefer the train. For example, oh no, this is the airport train.
At the very end of the tour, because we'll be ending the tour from so that will be at the very end of the tour. Will be on the town. It's up there, the black stone that's right at the bottom. Can you see that? It's lava rock, which means that when they had it founded, originally founded since the 7th century before Christ, this was built on top of a lava hill from previous events. Have been dug out. The area that was mostly covered in ash, it's this way. So it would be that way. This is eastern side of Pompeii. Because of the way winds had been blowing, which was from west to east, and it usually is like that, no wonder why Mount Vesuvius never affected. There you go. That's what Pompeii means. At the very beginning, this must have been the time that it was the village. But then, what happened to most of the had a better sound. The only way to let the theater have a better sound, it was by using a torch. If you look straight ahead, straight ahead, that's the Lord Theater, right there, the side of the three theaters, the only one that had a roof. What happened to most, and then on top of the wooden beams, they must have had terracotta bricks, which means most of the roofs, they were having this kind of structure, which again could not afford the weight of ash and common stones. The only building, which I will show you later, that has the roof on place is, it's going to be an amazing ceiling with beautiful stucco decorations with gold, like this. You see, the cupola is the only kind of structure that could afford the weight of ash and common stones. That had players. But then, the funny thing is that this was the place where the gladiators were training. They were working out. Naked. Yeah. That's where the word gymnasium comes from. It's Greek. Could have lasted like 8 hours. The tragedy, was built in This is made out of plantain that was shaved. It was to let the beer have a better scent. It's like that. They used to bring their cushions from home, so they were actually sitting on cushions. But then, because you're using different material, rather than having it shaved, it was to let the beer have a better scent. I say road on purpose. Much wider street. And actually, this is going to sound very familiar. Are you familiar to a block? Yes? Can you picture the grid system they're having in New York City? See? This is exactly the same. They were having a road running north to south, east to west. Now, there are sidewalks on the side, so by having this infrastructure, everybody will know about that. How come that they had to use water? We're talking about the 7th century. They were very here, and they needed all of them to fit through here. And it was by using 2 wheels with exactly this distance, same height, so that they would have been riding them above the stepping stones. See, be careful. They must have had people running from the war. They must have had lots of foreign merchants who didn't own chains with that kind of. The very first thing that a Roman needed to do before he started working, without even washing his hands, he was having something to eat. You would think breakfast, I would say more like lunch. I have my donkey tied up through the hole that's on the sidewalk. Some of them must have been also used to hold the tent, as it was canopies that they would have outside. To the right of the door, and this is it will be preserved because the overlayer, it will make it like a cross, like a cap, which means that in here you're going to see real skeletons. They're not victims from the 790 eruptions. The skeletons had been inside What's by the end? It's still named Vesta. Is that right?
Yeah.
Named Paleo, like a radio, which they named
It's pretty impressive.
some kind of
Are they bodies on the wall? So if you hold the face.
A sinistra pure ci sono le Giulia che
This is not the region, but still it shows you the shape, like it was in you see? Right in the middle of the counter, they had bowls for the terracotta pots. Terracotta is perfect because if they needed to sell here something hot, whatever, food or drink, that's the way they made their bread. They didn't have anything cooked in here. This was just to sell. They had the bread baked at the bakeries, but the way they were baking it was something else. Right of the sea, which means fish. I mean, it makes sense, right? Did you ever try mulled wine? Hot wine? Cinnamon, honey. Isn't that delicious? Hot Roman drink, dry Ask is original, as it's not, then thing that's amazing that you won't be like is that if I had been in town, it wouldn't have been talking to me like that.
What does he say? He won't tell us.
On the other side where the portico is, there's the latrines, public latrines, and this is going to be another fun story. Fun and disgusting.
Look, you can see even better the toga, the cloth, the folds. I said that inside we have the skeleton, you can't. You can see the white bones of the foot. Like your shoes has, you know, a sort of hold. The sandals do, but yours is elastic, this is a leather.
What do you Excuse me?
Big picture. C'est horrible, hein?
Which goes all the way down to the end of the road. It never ended. It never ended because they wanted them to go all the way down to the sea, which makes sense.
Of course, they had no idea that
Abundance, and they had this street named after this, which will be in this and that's the only statue that still exists in with a kind of walking path to be on the floor. You can feel how close it is. Back then, it was even closer because the original caldera, which means an ancient volcano that had exploded in 791, it was almost 3 times, 2.5 the size of Mount Vesuvius, which is now about 1,300 meters, a little. At least it was because the gas got here at like 700 miles an hour. That means there's no way to. We're still having 800,000 crazy people taking the chance, taking the risk by living right on the slope of Mount Vesuvius. Everybody knows that it's an active volcano and it's now overdue. This last time it had erupted, it was in 1944. Mount Vesuvius has usually erupted every 50 years, which means that it really is overdue. And now we better go. Yes.